We hear all the time about viral success and massive impact. But what if the secret isn't about having a bigger budget or a fancier camera? What if it's all about a fundamental shift in how you think? Let's get into how changing your mindset can unlock your greatest potential.
And this quote, man, it just sets the stage for everything, doesn't it? This one idea is the key that can unlock a completely different future. It kind of suggests that the walls we feel closing in around us, well, a lot of the time, they're the ones we've built ourselves.
So to really get what small thinking feels like, let's start our story inside what we're calling the small room mindset. That feeling of being trapped by your own limited perspective.
Okay, so picture this. Meet Ravi. His world is defined by the smell of ink and the constant grinding hum of an old printing machine. He spends all day just printing out bills and forms, but deep down, he's got these dreams he's way too afraid to even say out loud. He just feels stuck, like he's surviving, not living.
Now, what's so powerful about this is the clash you see right here. On the left, you've got his reality, ink, old machines, and just fear. But on the right, you see his potential, a love for color, a passion for design, and this deep desire to create. And that gap, right there between reality and potential, that's where so many of us live, held back by the fear of what might happen if we actually give it a shot.
This was his daily mantra, his routine. From that tiny, narrow window, he saw this whole world of confidence and purpose that felt a million miles away. His own thoughts were the bars on his cage, always whispering that it was safer to just stay small. And honestly, it left him feeling completely empty.
But then, a single moment, just one simple interaction, comes along and shatters that entire perspective. This is the spark, the catalyst for real change.
Can you just imagine Ravi's heart pounding in his chest? He designed this poster just for himself, A small act of rebellion against his own small thinking. And now, somebody's noticed. Mr. Ayer, this quiet but really observant customer, he picks it up.
And this right here, this is the heart of the whole story. Mr. Ayer isn't talking about a physical room or a real window. He's talking about Ravi's mindset. He sees that Ravi has access to this huge, incredible world of potential, but his focus, his thinking, is what's keeping him trapped, staring at the floor.
This is the question that changes everything. It just cuts through all the excuses, all the what-ifs, all the fear. It forces Ravi, and honestly all of us, to imagine a reality without those self-imposed limits. What would you actually do if you believed you couldn't fail?
Okay, so Ravi's had this huge internal shift. That's the first step. But that brings up a new question. Once you decide to think bigger, what do you even act on? For anyone trying to create something, this all starts with finding your wow factor.
The wow factor isn't some complicated marketing formula. It's that gut feeling. It's that moment when you stumble on something and you just think, whoa, that's incredible. That genuine, authentic surprise is your signal that you've found a topic that other people are going to connect with too.
Here's a perfect real-world example. A creator just noticed that everyone, from kids on the street to their parents to major celebrities, was wearing these silly rabbit caps with the moving ears. The wow wasn't the cap itself, it was the incredible connection between a social media trend and what was actually happening in the real world. That was the story.
And what happened when he made a super simple video about that wow connection? It got 47 million views. Let that sink in for a second. 47 million. And this was not some Hollywood production, not even close. So the crucial point here is this. The viral success didn't come from the gear. It came from a genuinely fascinating idea that was researched well and then communicated with real, authentic emotion. That's what connects with millions of people.
Okay, so you've shifted your mindset, and you've found your wow factor. How do you actually talk about it? This brings us to a really powerful method for authentic communication, the no-script friend test.
Look, when you read a rigid script, you sound like a robot. The audience can feel it. The goal isn't to create a screenplay, it's to create a roadmap. You want that natural, conversational energy you have when you're excitedly telling a friend about something really cool you just discovered.
And here's how it works. It's pretty simple. First, you just overlearn your topic. Go deep. Then explain it conversationally to a few friends. And while you're doing that, pay attention to how you naturally tell the story. What do you say first? Where do you pause for effect? That structure is pure gold. Write that flow down, and then just plug in the essential facts you need to remember.
This quote just nails it. You have to trust your own brain.
After you've done the research and you've practiced explaining it, your mind automatically creates the most engaging and logical story. That right there, that's your authentic voice.
So let's bring it all back together now. We've seen Robbie's mindset completely shift, and we have a practical method for sharing powerful ideas.
See, Robbie didn't make some huge, risky leap. His big thinking led to a small, consistent action. He just stayed an extra hour after work each day to practice design. He started sharing his work online, slowly, simply. That one small, brave step. It was everything. And just look at the transformation. His mindset shifted from small to big. His daily action changed from just surviving to actively creating. And most importantly, his whole outlook changed from looking down at his feet to looking forward toward what's possible. This is what Ravi realizes in the end. The world outside his window never actually changed. The cars, the people, the noise, it was all the same. The thing that changed was him. The problem was never the view, it was the lens he was looking through.
So, what's the ultimate takeaway from all this? The life you have is a direct reflection of the thoughts you entertain. If you think small, your world is going to feel small. But when you genuinely start to think bigger, you start to build a bigger future. It's that simple.
And that's the real question for you, isn't it? It's not about talent or money or resources. It all starts with courage. The courage to challenge your own limitations, to clean your own thinking, and to finally look up from the floor and see the big, wide-open window that's been there all along. Are you brave enough?